This is the tale of the most perilous prison in the world, where a fighting match is held between the prisoners is shown. And the world is crazy to watch this match. Because it is such a match where there is no law, no principle. Both fighters can do whatever they want to fight, that is, they can beat them near death. So let's move on to the story to find out why this happens. And who wins in such a war environment and has to face defeat. And how do the rest of the prisoners enjoy watching the match. So the story begins and a fighting match is shown, where everyone was enjoying this match, enjoying it a lot. Meanwhile, two more people come here to watch this match, one of whom was a thief, because he has committed many big thefts, while the other was his companion. Similarly, he was also a thief, but he used to bet the most on the match that was going to happen there. He was a dangerous man because of his broad access. He then starts telling his fighting stories to his thief companion. Now, we see that the fight that everyone was watching is getting more and more dangerous with every passing moment. And this fight was taking place in jail in California, where a fighter named Monroe was dominating another fighter. Because he was a very big champion who has never been defeated. He has won almost all the matches, so he knows every step of how to fight, but he is accused of murder, so he has been in jail for many years because he is on a life sentence. Apart from this, since he has come here, he hasn't defeated any war, so all those people praise his bravery. He is a very famous champion among everyone. People are his fans. They are crazy for him, and whenever he has a match, they go crazy to see him. Whenever he fights, everyone bets on him and he does not disappoint anyone. Then, as always, Monroe wins this match, and because of this, all the people there start celebrating. Then the referee tells that another match is going to happen here soon, and this time not an ordinary person, but Monroe is going to meet a very powerful fighter, whose name is George. He is also a very famous champion. He is being brought to this jail in California soon, and when he comes here, we will see his and Monroe's great fight. Hearing this, all the people are happy and excited because, for the first time, someone who was going to give Monroe a fight was coming. Then we see George in the second jail, where some officers are interviewing him. An officer tells him that the jail in which you are going now is considered the most dangerous jail in the world. There is no law, no principle, people are beaten a lot there, they are cut like vegetables, on which no one says anything. So what do you think, should you go to that jail or not? To which George says yes, that jail will be best for me. Because I am also like this, I like bloodshed a lot, I am not afraid of anything. Because I have done this all my life, and if I go there, I will be at the top. No one will dare to do anything wrong with me. After talking about it, the interview ends. After this, they take him in a helicopter and take him to jail. Yes, now we know the story of George. Why is he in jail? Actually, he was a very good fighter. He never defeated any fight. But after a while, he was sued. A girl accused him that George did wrong to me, so he was punished. He was put in jail. But George still said again and again that I did not do wrong to her. I have done all the bad things in the world, but I have never thought of doing this to anyone. Now he was thinking that by then they reach that jail in California, where Monroe sees outside that he is being taken through a helicopter. He is very surprised to think that he is a prisoner, but he was taken in a helicopter with so much respect, while all the other prisoners are given a bus. But seeing this, he understands that George has definitely given them money. His access is up to a big man who is taking all these decisions for him, and so much importance is being given to him. And maybe he has deliberately come to this jail to make his name even more. Now Monroe's friend comes here. He was also a prisoner, who says that I am not tolerating this thing. All the prisoners are taken in a bus, while this man is being taken in a helicopter. On which Monroe says that he has a lot of money and has used his power. He has fed a lot of money to the top, while we do not have so much money. He is also a champion who has fought a lot of big fights and is coming. This is the reason why he is so rich. Upon hearing this, his friend angrily exclaims, I want you to defeat him badly in the fight, dust him, tell him his worth, then he is nothing in front of you, and also, tell him what it is to be a champion. Now, George comes to his cell, that is, where he had to stay, but as soon as he comes here, he starts his misbehavior. He threatens the man who lives with him, that from today you will have to listen to everything I say, you will have to follow all my rules. Now, the thief's companion listens to all of his words who used to bet. He tells George, your pride is not gonna work here, whatever you did outside is done, but do not dare to do this here, otherwise the result will not be good. You are very proud of yourself, and you think you are the best fighter, then this is wrong because Monroe is a much better fighter than you. who will defeat you and dust you. Now hearing all this, George starts getting angry, so he starts looking for Monroe everywhere, but as soon as he goes to the canteen, he sees Monroe there, then he goes to him and asks, "Are you, Monroe?" To which Monroe says yes, to which he tells him that you will not defeat me, but I will defeat you. I will dust you. In this whole jail, your discussion is there, see. I will bring your status in front of everyone, I will defeat you in front of everyone and everyone will spit on you. Now even after insulting so much, when George does not get over it, then he starts beating Monroe, but now as soon as Monroe goes to beat him, then guards come here and separate them. Now when the principle is broken, the proceedings are carried out on both. The warden goes to George and says that we will put you in the most different dangerous jail. Hearing this, George gets angry. He says that if my manager finds out that you did this to me and what you do in jail, no one goes on your principles here. Anything can happen to us here, then my manager will get angry. He will then go to the Office of Justice, where he will complain about you. After which your jail can also be closed after a while. So never try to tease me or mess with me, because I have to do a phone call and you will be ended. So it is better to remember these things. Now hearing all this, the warden also gets scared somewhere, because he knows that George has a lot of money and his access is also quite high, so he can do anything for money. But because he had to take action against someone, so he sends the police officer to Monroe, but the police officer knows that Monroe is not at this mistake. But he was helpless, so he picks up Monroe and locks him in that dangerous jail. Now George spends time in such a jail and tries to get along with his partner, so that he can know about all the principles of this jail. His partner tells him that there are some things in jail that you don't have to do, so that you don't have to ask anyone about his personal things, like what he used to do before and why he was imprisoned in this jail. George understands all the things, and then he sees Monroe's friend who was already angry at George, because of which Monroe is now alone in jail. So he starts cursing George that everything is happening because of you. Everything was fine before you, but since you have come, the peace of the jail has been destroyed. You are a bad worm. Now listening to this, George goes to him and asks why you are so angry at me. My enmity is not with you, but with Monroe. But if you still feel bad about anything I said, then you can beat me. After saying so much, he makes him believe, and stands with his arms open, and says to beat him. Then taking advantage of the opportunity, he punches George, for which he first claps loudly, then suddenly turns around and punches him hard. Then he says that Monroe's time has come, I will kill him. Now George is told that your manager has come to meet you, after which he goes and starts talking to his manager. So here we know that all this was planned by George and his manager, that he will come to this jail and fight with Monroe. After this, he will be discussed all over the world that how big a fighter he is. Because George knows that I have been away from the battlefield for a long time, so he wants me to do something so that he becomes my name again. Because as soon as he leaves this place he has to fight for the championship again, so he does not want people to forget his name. But here his manager explains that you have to stay away from other troubles, you just have to keep your name clean. Because if your name is spoiled, that your behavior is not good in jail, and there are charges on your name, then your punishment can be increased. Due to this, you will not be able to come out of jail on time. So it is obvious that if you do not come out on time, then you will not be able to fight in the championship. So that's why stay inside, just focus on your fight. So after hearing all this, George also understands what to do. Now the lawyer of George comes here and tells that the girl who had accused you, she is ready to reconcile with you. But she needs a lot of money, so are you ready to give so much money? Then he refuses that no, I will not give her a rupee, because I did not do anything wrong to her. I want to fight this case. After hearing this, his lawyer leaves from there. Then when he was in the canteen, some robbers came and told him to work with them. But because he could not live in anyone's slavery, he refused. Due to this, a fight breaks out between them. George beats them a lot. Their fight was very dangerous, which lasts for a long time. But soon the guards come here and separate everyone. Then George is caught and taken to the warden. And he tells him that your name is spoiled badly here, and the next time you are presented, the judge will remember your actions. Due to this, your punishment can also increase, because you have broken all the rules here. So for now, we are locking you up in a single jail. But these things did not make any difference to George. On the other hand, Monroe, who was still in a single jail, remembers his old life, that he was a champion and how happy he was in his life. When he returned home, he saw his wife at home with his friend. Seeing this, he understood that my wife is cheating me. He became furious and started beating his wife's friend. But then by mistake, he died and proved him guilty in court. And since then he was sentenced to life imprisonment. Now we see the thief and his companion, who were spreading the news that there was going to be a fight between Munro and George. Because of this, all these people were very happy and enthusiastic. They bet a lot, that is, they put money on their favorite fighter. After this, Munro is thrown out of the dangerous jail and sent to a common jail. Then his manager comes to meet George and says that your record here is very bad. So I want you not to do anything here. Stay completely calm, stay away from the fight. On this, George says no, I can't do this. I have to confront Munro in a fight. Because if I win that fight, it can be beneficial for me. That I will be released from here. But his manager says that no, you should not do this. Because I have found out about Munro. He is not one of those who lose so easily. So you can lose the fight too. After which things can get worse for you. Hearing this, George gets very angry. He abuses his manager and goes away from here. On the other hand, the thief's companion reaches Munro and tells that the best fight is going to happen by now, because a lot of money has been invested in it. And if you win this fight, you will get $1 million. Hearing this, Munro says okay, I will fight this fight, but I need more money. On which he agrees to this too. After which people go to George to convince him. But he says that my record is very bad in this jail, so that's why I will fight the fight. But I have only one condition. That if I win, then you will have to get me released from here. Hearing this, they both promise this to George. After which everyone starts preparing for this match. After this, the thief and his companion give a list of principles to George's manager, and say that George will have to follow all these principles. And if he does anything wrong, then we will not be able to take any guarantee from him. That he will be free from here. After which the manager tells all these principles to George. But as soon as the match was close, one day George has a fight in the canteen. He starts beating everyone there. But as soon as the warden finds out about this, he decides to stop this match. Because he did not want to create any more problems here. But after hearing this decision, the thief's companion gets angry. And immediately goes to meet him. He tells him everything about himself. That how many things can change with this match. And you are not the only person who wants to stop this match. Before you, many people tried to stop the match. And do you know where they are today? They are dead. They were thrown into the abyss of death. Hearing all this, the warden also gets scared somewhere. Because he knows that he has a lot of power. If he makes a call, his men will kill me and my family too. Then he tells him that I am going tomorrow. I will not be in this match. And if anything goes wrong here, you will be responsible for it. The match is also your responsibility. You have to take care of everything. On the other hand, he says that you do not worry. The fight is going to be great. After which the warden leaves from here. Then the day comes when the fight starts. Then George gets very excited. That's why he falls on Munro from the first round. He beats him again and again. But Munro was also trying to save himself. But George was beating him. Now seeing this, people realize for the first time that someone is hitting Munro. And George also does not do this in the first round. In fact, he was in the same way in every round. He was hitting Munro again and again. So this breaks almost all the expectations of the people here. They feel that Munro will not be able to do anything today. And George will keep hitting him and defeat him. But after a while, Munro starts attacking. But his attack is so heavy that George is not able to save himself. Because of this, he keeps attacking again and again. He keeps hitting him. And now George has no answer to his attack. Immediately Munro drops him down. George gets so angry that he breaks all the rules here and starts hitting Munro. But because Munro is a very brave and excellent fighter, no one can stop him. And he keeps hitting George. He beats him. After this, he finally wins this match. Now suddenly the condition of George's companion gets worse. Because of this, he is killed. But because he had promised George, despite losing the fight, George is released. And because he had to play the championship, he spread the rumor that George wins this match. Not that Munro. But in reality, because Munro won the match, he is given a lot of money, which he sends to his sister. Now because George was free, he is fighting for the championship. Today was the final match. And after fighting with a lot of enthusiasm, he finally wins this match. I was watching all the prisoners in his jail, but when they see that George has won, they start laughing at him. They say that Munro had defeated him very easily, and if Munro was here today, he would never let him stand in front of him. The real champion is not George, but Munro. Saying this, everyone starts shouting for Munro. Because of this, it becomes clear here that a person's name does not become powerful, but makes from bravery, enthusiasm, and courage. The world never remembers the person who has power and money. In fact, it always remembers the one who has the desire to do something on his own. The film ends with this.